In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on January 6, 2023 and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Dartmouth versus Yale. Dartmouth will try to snap its 6-game losing streak when it travels to Yale on Friday night in an Ivy League matchup. The Big Green opened conference play with a 74-63 loss to Cornell at home on Sunday, barely failing to cover the 8-point spread. Yale had its 2-game winning streak snapped in a conference opening loss to Columbia last Saturday. Yale is 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 home games. The under is 6-0 in Dartmouth's last 6 games. The under is 5-0 in Dartmouth's last 5 road games. The under is 4-0 in Yale's last 4 home games against a team with a losing record. This is just about the worst possible matchup that I could envision for Dartmouth, as it has lost 10 straight times against Yale, including its last 7 on the road. The Big Green are one of the worst offensive teams in the country, and they are facing the Ivy League's best defensive team. They are also one of the most inexperienced teams in college basketball, so it is tough to envision them having any success on the road in this game. Yale has been one of the most profitable teams to back since last season, covering the spread at a 12-4 clip in its last 16 games. The Bulldogs have covered in 8 of the last 9 meetings between these teams. The Bulldogs have had a rough 2-3 run in their last 5 outings, posting 61 or fewer points in each of the 3 losses. The good news is that Yale should have a manageable matchup here. Dartmouth hasn't made it past 63 points in any of the last 6 games, so a competent offensive effort from the Bulldogs should do it cover-wise. So the Yale Bulldogs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Dartmouth's horrendous offense is going up against Yale's outstanding defense here. The Big Green rank outside the top 300 nationally in field goal percentage, turnover rate, and offensive rebounding, while Yale is inside the top 25 in defensive field goal percentage and defensive rebounding. The Bulldogs also love to slow the pace of the game down, listed at number 274 in tempo. Looking at the last handful of games heading into this matchup, both defenses have been stepping up as Dartmouth is allowing 65 points in their previous 5 games, while Yale is giving up 60 points in their last 4 games. The offenses in the last 3 games, neither team can connect from 3 consistently, as the Big Green are shooting just 23.3% from deep in that stretch, while the Bulldogs are connecting on 26.2% from beyond the arc. This total should be at least 10 points lower than what it opened at. The Bulldogs have gone under the total in 16 of their last 18 games, while Dartmouth has gone under in each of its last 6 games. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Iona versus Marist. We have some Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference action here as the Iona Gales travel to take on the Marist Red Foxes. Iona is the clear best team in the conference, while Marist is arguably the worst, so don't expect to see this one to come down to the wire. But that doesn't mean we can't still find some opportunities for value. Iona is 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games following an against the spread win, and 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games. The over is 7-2 in Iona's last 9 road games. Marist is 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games following an against the spread loss, and 3-11 against the spread in their last 14 games following a loss. The over is 4-0 in Marist's last 4 games. The underdog is 5-0 against the spread in these 2 teams' last 5 head-to-head meetings. To say that Iona dominates this conference would be a massive understatement, as they are dramatically better than even the second best team, and Marist isn't anywhere close to being the second best team. If Marist can lose by 19 to Fairfield, I can't even imagine how much Rick Pitino will run up the score on them here. Iona has had no trouble crushing inferior opponents by large margins. and they have won each of their first 3 conference games by an average of more than 23 points. All 3 of those wins were by at least 18, and all 3 of those teams were much better than Marist is. The Gales have 3 different guys averaging at least 15.5 points per game, and all of them would be the best player on Marist. The Iona Gales are the better team, no matter how you slice it, and they win in the favorite role by an average of 12 points. The Marist Red Foxes don't shoot the ball well, and they even have a negative point differential at home. Marist doesn't do much of anything well. I don't care how large the spread is, you couldn't pay me to take Marist here. So the Iona Gales to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Iona will get their buckets, but I don't see Marist scoring much at all. The Red Foxes have one of the worst offenses in all of college basketball, and they rank 346 out of 363 D1 teams in offensive efficiency according to KenPom. Their second leading scorer shoots just 29% from the floor, which tells you everything you need to know about the state of this offense. They've only got one guy averaging more than 9.5 points per game, and even he isn't all that efficient. They only scored 54 points in their most recent game, and Iona is even better on defense than on offense. So I don't see Marist scoring enough here to send the score past the set total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Stanford versus California. The Stanford Cardinal will head to Berkeley to take on the California Golden Bears at Haas Pavilion. Stanford has lost 2 consecutive games, while the Golden Bears are coming off an uplifting win against the Colorado Buffaloes. Cal is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games following a straight-up win. The over is 4-0 in the Cardinal last 4 games. The over is 4-1 in Stanford's last 6 road games against a team with a home winning percentage of less than .400. The California Golden Bears are coming off an inspiring 80-76 victory over the Colorado Buffaloes last week, where Brown scored 21 points while freshman Grant Newell earned his first double-double after recording 13 points and 12 rebounds. With this being said, I expect the Golden Bears to enter this matchup in good spirits after the big win before the new year. In addition, the Golden Bears defense is allowing 66.4 points per game, so expect them to cause some issues for an offense that has turned the ball over 20 times in their last 2 games, including 14 turnovers against the Buffaloes. This matchup doesn't have a ton of intrigue involved in it, but it should be a competitive affair if the Golden Bears play well. California has scored 73 or more points in 2 of the last 3 games, both wins, so if they get off to a good start here, anything's possible. Stanford should put up a fight as well. They've scored 66 or more points in 3 straight games. It'll be an entertaining matchup at least. Based on the poor performance by Stanford when they lost to Colorado and the sudden talent California displayed, I expect the Golden Bears to come out on top. So the California Golden Bears to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Neither of these offenses is explosive and isn't known for scoring a large number of points in one game. The Golden Bears are averaging 59.5 points per game, while Stanford is averaging 68 points per game. Stanford has an adjusted offensive efficiency of 105 while having an adjusted tempo of 67.1, so they have a slower paced offense while putting some points on the board every possession. California has an adjusted offensive efficiency of 96.5 and an adjusted tempo of 62.6, so they play a very slow offensive style, and it's hit or miss whether or not they score every possession. However, against the Buffaloes they found what worked for them and had a couple of players step up in a big way, so watch for that in this matchup. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.